Happy, what day is this? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Okay. And I'm doing my usual little bit where I'm talking for a minute because the stream thing seems to always lag. I don't know why. So, yeah. Yep. So, yeah, Wednesday. This is going to be a bit of a shorter stream, so I'll just warn everybody up front that, yeah, this will be a bit of a shorter one. I mean, not, yeah, probably about 40 minutes. I'm gonna guess right around 40 minutes. So just so everybody is aware. Okay, I have posted everywhere except for. So I posted everything on the Discord, so now I'm going to post it onto the wherever else I post things. Where else do I post things? Oh, Twitter. Twitter. I still post things on Twitter, yes. Still do it. Oh, you know what? Did I not post that? I guess I didn't. Wait, did I post it somewhere else? What one? Yeah, doesn't matter. I still wish. I mean, Discord in general has shown some stuff lately where I'm kinda, what's the word for it? I'm somewhat apprehensive, I guess is the right word, about some of the stuff around Discord. I'm not really concerned yet as a user of it. I mean, there is ultimately. Oh, hello, Mordai. How you doing? That's weird. Hello. Okay, wait. Oh, wait. No, you can hear me. You can hear me, but I will also type. Hello. I'm terrible at this. You're going to figure that out really fast. And see now, okay, there it goes. Now it just showed one viewer. This thing is so odd. I just don't understand it. Yes, now it just, okay. I for a minute I forgot to look at my little level thing down there. But it did show that it's moving. Thank you, I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, Lagomos, and this is because I don't know a lot about Magic, honestly. But I've been told. I'm going to adjust my mic a little bit, so I'm sorry if there's a bunch of bumpy noises because I just noticed it's in a bad position. Hold on. Let me move that. Sorry. I'm doing that as quietly as I can. I realize now that it's a low-powered card because I really haven't had many people ask for it, which is fine. Most of the people are looking for Sheoldred, and I knew she was a high-powered card, and I've had some for the Elos Ilkor. Yeah, and that's fine, but now I'm going to start, that's what I'm going to start doing, is I'm just going to start doing little sketches on those, because, that way if people want them, they can have them, and I have all these things, so I might as well sketch on them, because I just think, for myself, I wouldn't care, because I don't play. If I was just collecting the artwork, I probably wouldn't care what the power of the card is, But I get why everybody's after Sheoldred. Those have flown. So, I get that. That's fine. That doesn't, like I said, it doesn't bother me in terms of, I just didn't realize that his power level was so kind of, nothing, I guess. Oh, let me move my keyboard really quick. And I'm going to make sure that this didn't unpair. Oh, no, it's still paired. That's good. Okay. So, bear with me a second. I'm going to move this. Oh yeah. Well, that's that's part of the process was they had me do a number of sketches, and I really liked the one. That's why I decided to make, to kind of finish it because I really liked. I mean, none of the sketches were bad. I liked all of them, but the one that got used and the alternate one that I finished, those are the two I think came out the best. That's why I wanted to do a more finished version because I've had people say, "Oh, I really like the alternate one," because I posted, I think, on Behance or in a couple places, probably on Twitter too. And I had people say, "Oh, that's really great." So I'm like, "Well, I can finish it because why not?" And the other thing is that it's sort of odd. Magic doesn't. They only do certain things with the artwork as far as the stuff that they sell. So there's no shirts or stickers or anything of it. Which it seems odd to me that they don't merchandise more. Really, all they do is the mats. You can get the mats, but you can't get anything else of it. But I'm not allowed to sell any of that. So I can't print a shirt with the the standard artwork on it. So that was another reason I wanted to make the alternate ones, because people were asking me, oh, can I get it on something else? Yeah, the mats, right? Yeah, the play mats they do, and I can sell the prints, the actual art prints of the card, but nothing else. And Magic doesn't do anything outside of that. And I've had people say, oh, I'd like to get a sticker of this thing. I'm like, well, I can't sell the sticker of the. Right, to make original stuff. Yeah, so there's that. But that's why I did basically the reason I did the alternate one was so that I could just put everything onto my stores, so that I could have a version that if somebody wants a sticker, which actually I got a sticker myself because I do like that artwork, or a shirt, which I did that too because I like the artwork, I can sell that, and I don't have to worry about it. So that was the reasoning for that. Where is... Oh, here. Sorry. I should have done this already. All right, let's move this over. So we'll do our little thing here. All right. Which is probably pointless to even have this, but I like it. So whatever. There it is. That'll fade out. And we'll kick to here. This will probably end up on a Lagomos card. I'm messing around with, I'm going to put some... I'm messing around with this a little bit. So I'm going to just work on this a bit while I'm streaming today. But this will probably go on the back with some flowers. Like skulls and flowers. So this is basically, this is proportioned for the card. So this artwork, this thing you're looking at is basically the card size. So I'm probably going to have some, I'll fill some stuff out, but I'm just kind of figuring out where I want things to be. I think I want these to be positioned differently. I think I want them more like that. So maybe what I need to do is actually size these up a little bit. Make them a little bit bigger. Yeah. Oh, outside of Magic, I mean, I draw stuff all the time. But honestly, Magic is the only really published stuff that I've got. But outside of that, I make T-shirts. I like T-shirts a lot, so I do a bunch of I do different stuff, and I put them onto shirts and sell them on my Threadless store. And I like stickers too, so it's the same kind of thing. I love stickers. I love stickers and magnets and that kind of stuff. So I do a lot of artwork that's, I guess the word would be sized or framed for shirts and stickers. So a lot of round stuff, that type of thing. And then, like I said, I do the shirt designs based on different stuff. Sometimes it's original stuff. But for example, I did a shirt for a independent filmmaker named Len Kabaczynski, who makes micro-budget films, and he has this whole thing. Yeah, I like stickers. That's in the same way. I sticker everything up. I like stickers. So because I see a lot of artwork that's sold for stickers that you can tell it's not really formatted for a sticker, so it gets cut off or it doesn't quite look right. So I try to design things with my sticker stuff so that it looks like it's made for a sticker. That's kind of what I feel like the idea should be, is if you're making it for a sticker, then it should look like it belongs on a sticker. So I try to, kind of like what I'm doing here, where I'm using the card. This is just a blown up card, basically, to make sure the stuff's going to fit properly, and then, this is going to basically form the basic approach for the card that I put this on. But that's what I do with stickers too, where I'm kind of like, all right, well, if it's going to go on a sticker, then I would like it to... Oh, I know why this isn't working. I was wondering why this mask wasn't taking properly, because I didn't flatten this one. I got to flatten this group down, which is fine because I have the other group unflattened, so it's perfectly okay. That's why. That's why I wasn't taking. I knew there was something. I knew I was forgetting something. That's what I was forgetting. Yep, there it goes. That's what I wanted to happen. So that's mostly the other stuff that I do. Is shirts and stickers and stuff like that I put onto my Threadless store because I like that stuff. Outside of that, I just draw random. I do these streams because people seem to like them. So I do these I haven't done. I had done some early on that were aimed at younger artists. You know, kids who are just kind of figuring out how to draw and that stuff. I have to do that again. I haven't done one of those in a while. It has been a while, so maybe my next one will be another kind of kid-centered one. Not that only kids could watch it. Anybody could watch it, and I think it's beneficial for anybody, but I in particular wanted to do one that was, or do ones that were for younger artists who were kind of starting out, because kids get intimidated by, I mean, everybody does get intimidated by drawing. I'm like, oh, it doesn't, you don't have to be intimidated by it. Okay, that's, yeah. So those are good skulls, so I'll do those. I'm going to have the flowers. I'm just trying, let me switch over to my pencil here. Yeah, so since this is going to be a bit of a shorter stream, I'm just going to kind of sketch on this for a bit. So I think I'll do some kind, I got to find, I don't know exactly what type of flower or leaf, but something here that'll come off. Yeah, something like that, you know, with some petals, this type of thing. Yeah, I mean, that's not heavily refined or anything like that, but that's the idea of it. And I'll probably do, maybe I'll do, well, let's see. I think I'll have the flowers all being in the background. I think that's, we'll just, again, these are just, I'm just blocking this out just to get basic form ideas and not anywhere near even finalizing anything, but that's the basic idea. So it'll be one there. You know what? Honestly, it was completely, accidental is the wrong word. They found me through my Behance site, my Adobe Behance site. The art director who contacted me had seen it's really it's honestly, it's a fluke more than anything. And that's why, because people say, oh, you know, have you, you know, are you doing any more? And as far as I know, I'm not doing any more. And I may never do any more. They may have picked me for this one thing and the one thing only. I mean, it was a great experience. So I will, they call me again, I'll work for them in 2 seconds. So I'd be happy to work for them again. But my style is just not really what they usually do, the stained glass thing. But that's the only reason I got it, is because I had one image on my Behance site, which I can probably actually look up in the background and show you if you want to see a link to it. So give me a second here, and let me see if I can find it really quick. I know I can find it, just don't know how quick, so give me a second. But anyway, most of my artwork doesn't look at anything like the cards that I did. It's generally more just kind of cartoony stuff, but I did do one piece that was essentially a stained glass window. Yeah, sort of type of thing. And I just happened to post it because I post most of my finished stuff up on Behance, because why not? And exactly for this kind of reason. And the art director happened to see it and reached out and said that they were doing these alternate versions, or these, you know, what did she had a word for it. What was the word she had for it? Like reverent or something. I don't remember the exact word for it. Okay, here, I'm going to paste the link here. So hold on, let me paste that. Why is it not pasting it? There we go. All right, there. If you go to that, that will take you to the actual image. And that's the whole breakdown of it from top to bottom. And in fact, the flowers that are on there are probably going to be the type that I'm going to use for this. So now that I have that image in front of me, I can actually use this as a reference point. So hold on. Wasn't thinking about that, but yeah, that's the flower type I was looking for anyway. So yeah, something like that. So this was actually a good idea to look it up. So I'll probably have some of them wrap over like this. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. And then some of them will go behind. But so anyway, she saw that image, the one that I've linked there, which is called Mortal Window. And based on that, she said, I think, you know, we're doing these alternate versions that are going to be like stained glass. So would you like to do that? I'm like, sure. I mean, at first, just to be honest about it, I thought it was a scam. I really didn't believe that Wizards wanted me to do anything, because I just, like I said, my style is not a fantasy type of style or anything like what I'm used to. I'm just going to erase these and copy those other ones over. What I would think of as kind of the magic thing with paint. I don't paint very much, or certainly I don't paint this kind of stuff. I paint, but it's usually just very, very simple landscapes. I've never been much of a painter. So when I think of Wizards cards, I always think of these really nice painted things. Oh, yeah, they definitely do, but I never thought of myself as somebody who could work for Wizards, because I had given up on kind of ever having a published art of anything a long time ago. I was like, okay, nobody's ever gonna see my work, except for people who, go to my website or whatever, but that's it. Because for a lot of time, like, I wasn't selling any artwork and nobody really wanted it, and I went, okay, that's fine. There's a lot of artists in the world and a lot of them don't make it, so I'm certainly not going to complain. I have very few things to complain about, and don't make it as an artist, oh well. There's worse things in life. So, yeah, when she first contacted me, I had to look her up. I wanted to make sure she actually worked for Wizards. I was sure it was a scam of some kind or some kind of thing, because there's a lot of these. There's emails I'll get from time to time, most artists do, where it says, oh, we'd love to feature you in gallery, blah, 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 blah. And then when you actually look into it, what it is you're supposed to be paying them so that they might place your artwork in an online magazine or something. It's a scam. It's a scam. Lots of artists get hit with it. It's very common. So I just thought it was going to be something like that. And then she sort of explained to me what the Dominaria United thing was, and and then she showed me some of the, told me about the Shieldra character, and I'm like, really? You want me to do this? Because the character's a great design. I love the character design. So again, I'm just sitting here going, you want me to do this? You don't have some super powered artist that you want to do this instead of me? I was assuming that what I would get thrown was kind of lower, like, objects or something like that. She got killed? Oh, that sucks. Well, whatever. She'll come back. I'm sure she'll come back. She's a great character. Well, that's too bad, because in the story. Well, yeah. Well, I assume that death in Magic is kind of like death is in comics, that there's always ways around it. But she was alive at the point where they gave her to me. And I said, yeah, oh no. Well, that sucks. That's too bad. I would have liked her to stick around. But I guess she's a pretty scary character, so I can't really be surprised that they'd want to, offer. But when they showed me that, when I thought, oh, okay, I'll absolutely do this, because I do horror stuff sometimes, not over the top. Yeah, somebody told me that. Somebody told me it's a really, really good card in terms of the power it's got, that it's a great card. And I said, oh, okay, great. I just liked her design. I really didn't know anything about the character or, how she would work in terms of the playing. I just thought she was neat looking. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that. Sure, of course. I'll do whatever you give me, but I'll do that one. And I liked Lagomos too. I didn't realize he was going to be lower powered, but I really liked his kind of background and everything, and some of the artwork that they showed me for reference stuff. So I was happy with it. And Elos was the interesting one. There was a fourth one that they didn't end up using because the way my artwork looked compared to what they wanted to was just different, which was fine. So basically there were 4 characters that they initially wanted me to do, and the one just didn't line up with what I think what the writers wanted the character to kind of look like. So that was fine. No problem. 3 out of 4. 1 out of 4, I wouldn't be complaining. Honestly, I wouldn't have said a word. I'm like, oh, you're only going to use 1? That's still 1 more than I had before. Thank you. So Elos was the interesting one, because that one, there was a lot of stuff that got refined as we were doing it, because it didn't drastically, the character didn't look all that different, but there were these little details about the character that changed a couple of times. As far as the skin color was completely different. Then they decided they wanted the color of the skin to be what it is now. So I think I started off and it was almost like a purplish skin or something like that, and then I think we went to blue, and then we ended up in that kind of grayish thing that it was now. And then the card of that one, if you look at the lion mane or the hair around the head, that was different at first. That was bigger, and I think we tightened that up. They said, can you make it a little bit tighter? We'd like it to be a little smaller. And I said, sure. All this stuff is easy to do. So I changed that. The Shieldred one, the only real difference with that one was the colors. The colors at first were brighter. There was like it was not necessarily, there was more red. Her armor, I think, was, because she ended up having very, very dark armor and then the red skin. But originally the armor was like a bone color, so almost like an off-white. And the skin color was, I think, lighter. And there were more purples in the actual armor and stuff like that. And that went back and forth a couple times. Then ultimately they wanted it. Oh, sorry, my iPad just went off. Hold on. Forgot the screen because I'm sitting here blabbing about it. There we go. And so that got changed a few times. But as far as the actual design... Oh, and the other thing was, Shieldred, when I originally drew her, I gave her eyes because one of the pieces of artwork showed eyes. Like eye holes, and then her eyes were inside the helmet. And then they came back and said, no, we don't want the eyes. Cover the eyes. I was like, okay, that's easy. Just took the eyes out and done. But that was the most minimal changes. Shieldred was pretty much, once the sketch was done, we changed very little outside of some color, and like I said, the eye holes was the only other thing. Everything else, that one came together really well and really smoothly. Like I didn't have to really do much for that one. Flowers, what was the other thing? I want to, just maybe leaves of some kind. Maybe some kind of leaves will come off this thing. Just leaves, just to kind of fill in some of the back stuff. We'll see. So that's really where it came from, is they found that the art director found that image on Behance, and maybe I don't like the leaves. Let's get rid of the leaves. It's going to do something else, but not leaves. And then that's where it went. So, and I won't be surprised if at some point... Oh, I think I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to mute because I think I'm going to sneeze. Okay. Managed to mute in time. So I won't be surprised if I randomly, I don't know, next month, next year, or whatever, get an email saying, hey, do you want to do some more? Because that's kind of how it happened the first time. And that's fine. So, at this point, I'm just doing the... What do I want to have around the skulls? Maybe I don't need anything. Maybe that's enough. Maybe that's enough right there. I don't know that I actually need more stuff than that. That might be okay. Like I said, if they come to me with something, I'll do whatever they want. Because I had a great time working with them. The art director, she was great. Stems, yeah. Yeah, maybe stems wouldn't be bad. Something like... Or something coming off. Or maybe some more of... Oh, of course. I don't know why this software keeps doing this. Didn't used to do this. Or yeah, just maybe like very thin leaves even. I'll wait till it comes back so you can see. Like almost like pieces of grass leaves. Just simple line stuff. There we go. Yeah, just something like this coming off. Just something simple that just kind of fills it in. But yeah, I don't know that it needs all that much, really. It might change once it's on the card, too. A lot of stuff when it looks one way. Actually, you know what it needs? It needs a flower on the bottom. It needs one down here in the corner. I think this is what feels empty to me. Let me see here. Yeah, the experience with them was great. It was great top to bottom. So, did I go to a new layer? I did not. Let's go to a new layer. It should come back in a sec. Oh, well, oh, no, you're right. Thank you, because I forgot. Now it doesn't revert. You're right. It didn't. Hold on. I keep forgetting. The software used to just revert back. It doesn't now. So let me hit this. I'll give that a minute, and you should see it again. So this is the area I think is empty. So you should have the image back any time now. But I'll wait. Okay, there we go. So we'll see. I'll probably email that art director again, because I emailed her a little while ago just to say, oh, those are terrible leaves. Let's do this, just to make this easy. I'd emailed her to say thanks because the art proofs had started showing up. So, and I really am appreciative for it because she literally just picked me out of nothing. So, like I said, it was great. I have zero complaints about it. It was a great experience. So if they call me again, I will have no problem doing stuff for them again. I think they have that, what are those cards called? Funfinity or something? Like that. I saw some of those. Those seem like something that I would be a good fit for. Because those seem very cartoony, and that's normally the kind of stuff that I do, so maybe. That's it, Unfinity. Thank you. That's what I was thinking of. It was close. It was one letter off. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'm having a lot of fun doing the artist proof commissions for people too. That's been great. Mostly been Shieldra, but some Elos stuff too. Yeah, see, and I'm okay with, I like that. Like that would, something like that feels like it would be up my alley. I mean, I'll do the regular stuff too. But I've seen some of those cards, and I like them. I think they're fun. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this will work. Something like this. I mean, I'm not going to make the... Oh, I didn't realize that. It's a good idea. The flowers will not all be identical, so what I will do is I will find a couple of different versions of it. But that layout, because I really do like blacking out the backs of the cards when I do them. So if I have it blacked out, then I think that will be okay. So if I mean, it's going to be black, not blue. But in other words, if this is all blacked out around, I think that's going to look better. I think that empty space doesn't matter as much if it's filled with something. Or some kind of geometry or whatever. I do like geometric shapes. I do have a thing for geometric shapes. I like making circles and triangles and squares and stuff like that. Kind of graphic designy type of stuff. But yeah, something like this. It's funny though, every time I plan something like this, I almost... The one that I posted most recently, which was the Fire Demon or whatever, I don't even know, I'd give him a name or anything like that. I originally was going to draw an owl on that card. And for whatever reason, once I sat down and actually picked up the pen and everything, that image came to my head instead. So every time I plan something and think, oh, this is what I'm going to draw or whatever, almost never is actually what happens. So who knows? I mean, I will use this design at some point. Will it be the next one that I do? I don't know. Because I still would actually like to draw an owl on one because I like owls. And I kind of had an idea to make like a cybernetic owl or something like that. I don't know. Sorry, that's my phone in the background. I just had a rough idea of something in the background. So, but then, like I said, I sat down and immediately started sketching out the fire guy, the devil guy. So, I don't know. Every time I think I'm going to plan something, not every time, but a lot of times, I'll end up sitting down and I'll just sit there and stare at the card for a minute, and then something else will be what I end up doing. So this may be the next thing, or it may not. But see, I think if that's well, actually, I can just do this. I can just do that, so it is blacked out. I think something. Oh, you know what? Actually, no. Now that I look at it, you know what might be fun? Let's see here. Let's switch to, how big is that? Yeah. This might be interesting to do. How would I do that? Well, I could plan. I would have to sketch it out ahead of time. But almost something where there was like a series of pulsing outlines of the image that were radiating out, if you know what I mean, where it just did something like this. I mean, I would just have to be really, really careful to put this stuff in ahead of time because it'll be really easy to screw this up. But if I were to do something like this and had radiating waves coming out, that might look interesting. It might not be bad. Just to give the background a little bit of some motion and something happening, but something like that where there's these kind of outline waves coming off. Oh, what? Whoa. Whoa. That's... Okay, I think I'm still... My computer screen just suddenly went off. Like it went to sleep. Bear with me. My thing is still showing audio, so I'm just trying to figure out why it went to sleep. Did it go off? Did the computer actually go off? Hold on. I hope not. Let's see. No, it's still showing that it's mirrored. Okay. No, you're probably still seeing it then. Well, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. The whole thing just reset. Yeah. Well, we're back for a few minutes, but I have a feeling this feels like a cursed stream at this point. I mean, it was going to be a short stream anyway, but I have no idea what happened. Everything was fine, then the screen just went black, and the computer rebooted itself. I don't know why. This is the only thing I'm doing. This really should not be taxing this system this badly. But that's okay, because I was almost kind of where I wanted to stop the stream anyway, so yeah, I think I'm going to do something like this with these radiating lines. And that way, or maybe a color. Maybe it won't be white, but something that comes. Yeah, I think that's better. I think that's where I want it to be. Something like that, where it's going to be. Yeah. No, I'm liking where this is in general. I'm just doing a little fill-in stuff just to kind of tighten it up a bit. Not that it really matters. This is just a sketch anyway, but I think this is a good, like a starting kind of sketch for it. And then I can do the detail work. Thanks, and thanks for coming by. I'm sorry about the computer crashing. I don't know. Twitch has gotten really squirrely since the last update they did to this software. It's really strange because it was very, very glitchy for a while, and then they seemed to fix it where it got great for about, I want to say, a month, where it wasn't having a lot of problems. It wasn't doing its normal crashing. They did fix the CPU thing that was going on. That has not come back. But then they did an update. I want to say it was about a month ago. There was some kind of update, and this is their software, so I'm using their Twitch streaming software. So honestly, I would have expected that their software would work the best with their product, but at some point I'm probably going to have to switch over to OBS because this is just, it's kind of annoying me. The fact that this thing loses its connection and stuff like that, it's a little bit irritating. It's not a big deal. You know, I'm not charging for a stream or anything like that, but I still just get annoyed by it, especially because the computer just reset. I don't get at all. That is very rare. I think it did it one other time where it froze, but it froze for a while before it reset. It didn't just do like it did that. It just vanished on me and then rebooted. That I don't think I've had happen. If it's happened, it's maybe one other time. But it was stable and it was great and everything was working and they fixed the CPU thing and that was nice. And then they did another update and now suddenly it's really just kind of unpredictable. I mean, losing the iPad connection, you know, there's a third piece of software involved. I'm not going to blame them for that, I guess. That could be a thing with the iPad and the software because unfortunately Apple doesn't have a really good mirroring thing in there. You know, the way their mirroring works, it takes over the whole computer, which is not great. You know, I don't know why they haven't made a better version of that before now. But yeah, strange, because like I said, this is Twitch's software. So if there was going to be a problem, I would think that it would not be with the Twitch software, but it's not the biggest deal in the world, fortunately for me. If I was somebody else, I might be pretty annoyed if I was really relying on this for, you know, funding or something and it was being this buggy. I would be, and I'm not working on a particularly old machine, so they cannot blame it on the machine. It's a fairly good machine for, you know, especially for something like this. It should be fine. I am not streaming 4K content at 60 frames per second with, you know, 80 different people playing a multiplayer game on the screen. It's just me drawing silly things. So, but it's okay. It's not that big a deal. But I think, I am pretty close to wrapping up. I just want to tighten this up a bit and zoom out and look at it. But I think, oh, I definitely will. I definitely will. Yeah. Once I get this thing going, and I may actually do a digital version of this as well. That's like for something for like a shirt, because I think this might that's not a bad. I like that. That's the basics. That's the basics of what it will be. Something like this. Oh, this? Oh yeah, sure. I can put it on there. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, but this is the starting. This is what I think it's going to look. It's definitely going to the skulls, the flowers. I like that. The lines around it, that may change a little bit, or I may do something. There's one other thing I might do, but it'll be some version of what you're, and the core in the center, that will be the same. So before this crashes again, let me flip back over to my we'll be right back screen so that I can do my little closing thing, such as it is. Yeah, I will actually post this onto the, in fact, before this stream ends, I will post it onto Discord. Or, okay, I guess, oh no, I can, because it was, what do you call it? It signed me out of Discord on the web for some reason. I don't know why, but it's very simple for me to simply change from here, because it's on the machine. And in fact, I'm going into Discord now, and let's see if that crashes my machine. Hopefully it will not. All right, and I will say, in fact, what I'm going to do is make this easy, because I will post it over there so you'll be able to see it. And it probably will be smaller than it was on the screen, because I think it's going to be, I think it's a card size. But let me post this right now, because I don't want to forget. Okay. Hello, keyboard. Oh, tell me it lost the keyboard connection. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, we're good. All right, so let me just do this. No, it did lose it. Wow, there it is. Okay, tonight, sketch result. All right, I'm posting it right now, so you will see it in a second. It's right there. If that's not too big for Discord. Oh, it's not. It's good. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it is now in Discord. And on that note, before I have another technical problem, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Sorry about the crashing and stuff. I don't know what is going on with that, but I will attempt to figure that out if I can, if it's something I can control. Other than that, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or night, depending on what it is where you are. You too, thank you for coming by. Try to be creative in some way. I like to say that every time I end a stream. Do something creative. You're not watching a stream and doodling along, that is too. I think that's going to be my next one, is I'll do one where, it's like one of the sketch doodle things. In any event, have a wonderful rest of, again, whatever it is for you. Thank you for stopping by, whether it's live or watching after the fact, doesn't matter to me. And yeah, thanks for coming by. I'll say have a good night, but you can apply whatever word you want for where you are. And we'll see you on the next stream. Take care.